Alright, so I'm going to make this video clear and simple. In 2020, most of my life, for 25 years, I'm not proud of this at all, but I'm telling you this is my life. For 25 years, I've been homeless in Houston, Texas. Not by choice, not intentional, no instructions, no family, no support. Mother died at 17. Father died when I turned 30. No brothers, no sisters. So pretty much the streets was all I knew, okay? My so-called friends were never there. And I'm not trying to put no names out there. I'm just saying they wasn't there. They didn't put me up. They didn't look out for me, any of that shit. My targeting happened in 2020 when all of a sudden y'all pull this COVID shit. In the same process of you pulling COVID, you pull Black Lives Matter. Everything was a hoax to depopulate society by the elite. I don't give a fuck how y'all take it. I don't give a fuck if you get mad. It's the goddamn truth. Everybody worked together that were under the elite, that were favored, that's around right now, help depopulate people. Mark them off as COVID. Okay? So, let me explain this to you. When I left with the COVID money that everybody had, which was stimulus money, and I wanted to restart my life somewhere else other than Houston, Texas, it was because I was homeless, targeted, fucked with. Predominantly most of my life, I had a hell of a struggle to live in Houston. And people can say, well, how would you make it anywhere else? I don't know. There's opportunity other places. You don't have to be in Houston to find just opportunity. While y'all ran to Houston and said, oh, it's a great place, believe it or not, other places might have been greater for me. I left Houston and became more successful being homeless in Austin, where the homeless population was outstandingly crazy. Okay? But let me get on to how that happened. 2020, I left, caught Greyhound. Everybody was sketchy on the Greyhound. There was no social distancing. All that shit was all bullshit. There was no social distancing at all on the Greyhound. It was packed with motherfuckers breathing in my face with kids sitting on their laps. And people they weren't even wearing their mask correctly. They were wearing it like this, where they had their nostrils showing. Okay? I rode it all the way to New York City, where I had to transfer just to get to New Haven, Connecticut. Now, why did I pick New Haven, Connecticut? My Aunt Eleanor, who passed, is from there, okay? Rest in peace. So I figured, let me get closer to most of my relatives that are up north. Why y'all fucking want to be nosy? Well, that didn't work. I couldn't considerably handle the cold, and two, I had no knowledge where the fuck I was at. I didn't know anything about anything out there. I didn't do my studies in the streets. I didn't do anything. I just went because everything was shut down. Everything was stop operating. Everybody was not doing shit but just staring at each other, and washing hands and shit. Well, all that time I had no clue that this was a depopulation program. Okay? And I had no clue that the elite was involved in this. I had no clue. So don't fucking say, oh, yeah, you did, you knew. No, I didn't. Most of my life, not by choice, again, relied on assistance of things that were around me. So the first thing I did is do 2-on-1. Looking for help to find where the homeless are at. I'm homeless. I'm deciding to be homeless in a different state. See if I have a chance there. While this COVID shit's going on, maybe I can start fresh. There was no announcement anywhere that said you cannot travel in the United States. What they said was if you traveled out of the United States in the past 14 days, something, and if you have any COVID symptoms. Okay? Well, I still didn't know it was the elite. My ass didn't do any studying like that. I wasn't trying to study Freemasons, the secret society. That wasn't my thing. My thing was I wanted to get a job, get my life together, find a decent female, and maybe do some music. That's it. Well, y'all took it as I was an extremist. You took because I hashtag BLM. All the chaotic shit that happened from George Floyd being killed on live camera, Ahmaud Arbery, Myron Mays, all this crazy shit that was going on was all targeted. And I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know I was going to be targeted. Okay? Well, I get to New Haven. First, I get to New York, and y'all gang stalk me. It's on FOIA, my song, Freedom of Information Act. It's on Spotify. That's a true story. Y'all do it at the Port of Manhattan. After 3 days of seeing me there, everybody starts doing it. That's why I have videos on my Instagram to show in 2020 where the fuck I was at. You can see me with a mask walking with a white female that I met in Delaware. I didn't know that everybody that was on Greyhound was gang stalking. I didn't know that. And I didn't know that Masons were on there as the handlers and hopping from state to state with them. I didn't know that. I had no fucking clue. Okay? When I had a fucking clue about some weird shit was when I was in New Haven, Connecticut, looking for homeless people, and all the homeless people were color anchored. Everybody's wearing black, just like New York, just like Houston. Everybody's wearing a solid black. It's like, what the fuck is this? First, I thought it was cartel shit. Then I thought it was gang shit. Then I realized, no, everybody's wearing this shit. I still didn't know. I didn't know anything about the color. I didn't get into the whole social media, oh, it's the elite. I didn't get into any of that. I promise I didn't even waste my time on that. You know when I got into noticing some shit was when I started putting the puzzle together, homeless people were missing. I was like, wait a minute. A guy back in Houston told me, man, they busting them out. They don't know where they're sending them. They using their body parts. They using their organs. They killing them. And they started depopulating homeless in Houston on San Jacinto, right there near Fannin and shit. And this was, you know, the whole Bella area, what it is, Baylor now, used to be Sears and Roebuck, Fiesta, Paysetters, all that shit, okay? Well, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. Well, a good 85% of the homeless population in Houston is black, especially in that area. So the demographic was missing, and the gentrification was heavy. Now you understand where the whole me feeling targeted by a certain demographic of white elite people, I didn't notice that. Because y'all are the same people helping homeless and owning the shelters and the churches. Well, I get to New Haven, and I can't find homeless. I find all these actors that you got out here right now, all these staged-ass people that pretend to be homeless that are already, you know, they're in the program, they're protected. They're wearing masks, they're panhandling, they're doing all this shit that they're getting special treatment, and they're standing out. Homeless people don't stand out for a hustle like that, okay? And so I see one guy near Amity in New Haven, Connecticut, that's flying a sign near Taco Bell. All the Taco Bell employees are saying I'm dead. I don't know who the fuck they are. New York City started it. The gang stalked me all in the Port of Manhattan and laughed about it. I lost my luggage. They had motherfuckers hiding in the coach of the Greyhound. It was a white guy, hiding, ducking low. It was black police that were in New York City walking together, looking at their phones. Everybody was out there pretending they were from different places. They were. They were all Freemasons. They were all travelers. They're all police, former police, vets, and everything, helping depopulate. And I didn't notice. I started noticing fucking people coming up missing that were homeless, because every homeless encampment I went to was tore the fuck up, especially in New Haven. I was like, they had one right by Walgreens. It was all ran over by a tractor. They had baby shoes. It looked like a Holocaust. Like they just piled all the homeless shit together like it was a bonfire going to burn it. That's when I started saying something ain't right. And then y'all kept running ambulances, fire department, and police was everywhere. And they were acting like they didn't know anything. They were just like, oh, you got to be safe. You got to stay safe. You know, they didn't know. They didn't know I was a target yet. I decide, man, this shit's weird. So I go from New Haven, go to Boston. Same shit's happening, but it doesn't happen to me. It happens to somebody else, a white guy. Black guy says, hey, man, don't get involved. He whispers to me, don't get involved in that Black Lives Matter shit. Yeah, they got skinheads out here. It's entrapment. So I'm like, what? But keep in mind, y'all hanging that Black Lives Matter shit all over white churches and nice communities, the elite, right? So here's how I realized that BLM and COVID and everything chaotic was all to depopulate and to confuse people that you were basically killing people. If you got everything going on, people won't pay attention that they're getting fucked off. How I knew that you all were after me too? You snatched me up in Fort Worth, Texas. You followed me in Houston. You went to my friend's house. Okay? You got my friend scared. He's lying to me all the fucking time we talk. He still lies. He's not himself. That's how I don't fuck with him. Okay? Everybody knows I'm a target. All my friends know it. Every fucking person knows it. You made a broadcast. Somehow you did. Somehow everybody knows. The only way they can know is through your Masonic police, your Masonic government, and everybody that's out here that knows. I don't know. So the whole fucking time, I'm being followed and targeted. It stops when I get to Austin, Texas, because there's so many homeless that they got to go through. But they're still gang stalking, and I see it, but I'm not getting fucked with as much. I don't know. It's like everybody dies out and they lay low. After I get my car in Pflugerville and I hit the road, y'all are back on caravans, and I don't know y'all are gang stalking. I get to Houston, I'm doing my own thing, driving, doing my own thing. And then all of a sudden, one day, I see that same friend that I thought had something to do with it, and guess what? I start getting gang stalked again, and he acts like he don't know nothing about it, but he does. He can't do nothing about it. It's not out of his control. So y'all reached out for every fucking person that I would have nobody to go to alienate me. I ran until I blew out my engine in my 2000 Pontiac Sunfire. It was silver. Got videos of Honesty Casa on YouTube that showed a white Mason in a GMC pickup truck hauling ass behind the tail of my truck. My car, in his black pickup truck. All these videos from 2021 all the way to now telling the world I'm being targeted, and you motherfuckers want to sit here and lie and patronize the truth. The reason you want to kill me is because I'm telling the truth. I'm not these fakers that you pay. I'm not part of a club, not part of a society. I'm really genuinely homeless like this, okay? Genuinely homeless like this, trying to survive every day in a dangerous, chaotic world because not everybody's chose your side, and I'm the target. Kind of like what you did when you wrote these things in biblical times. Anyways, back to what I'm saying. So I noticed there was no trains running. It was really weird in New York. I got gang stalked in New York. I seen somebody telling me some shit. Got gang stalked in Boston. And everywhere I looked, it was elite people, but I didn't know. It didn't click because they were socializing and going to clubs and bars. It didn't click that anything was wrong because that shit was going on all the time when I was in Houston, and I never ever noticed that they were different. I mean, they partied like everybody else and harder. They drank. They did everything else. I didn't know that they had anything to do with this. I didn't know that they was not the ones that were going to be targeted. It was everybody else. So when y'all said be safe, stay safe, you meant that to mean basically your ass. You better watch your ass. We're coming for you. And so now it's 2024. I've had over 4 attempts on my life from y'all drugging my food in a county jail, trying to leave me to die in a cell, and have Mason cops say, "Oh my God, he's not responding," to having my ass beat up at Greyhound to prevent me from going and traveling, having my lawyers drop my case deliberately and not represent me to an assault. All these illegal things that y'all Masons and elite and government have power over. Unless I win my case, I have tons of proof to prove that you are basically extorting everybody that's around me, manipulating them. It doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter. You want to know everything I do and everywhere I go and how I think and how I operate because you don't want the truth out. And the truth is, that's why I'm being targeted. And that's why when I make these songs about being solicited to be murdered or murdered, now you understand I'm a real musician with real stories, with real truth. Okay? I'm not making this up. I've been homeless 25 years in Houston, Texas, and nothing's ever happened like this. Now I'm in Oklahoma. And I'm still running because Masons are everywhere talking to Masons about killing me. Okay? Good old boys, too, which are Masons. Okay? Let me explain something to you. You ain't just depopulating, you targeting people as you depopulate. The same people that filmed George Floyd and saying, oh my God, he's being murdered, you killed them. And the same black people that were out there talking, hey brother, it's gonna be, hey K-Man, can you let up? Those were actors. As everybody has been telling you, they're killing the real people. Over and over, a nurse told you that the COVID shit, she's writing down COVID on death certificates and people are getting murdered. Okay? It's no COVID. There was over fucking close to probably over, and I'm estimating this, over 35,000 homeless people in Austin, Texas when I arrived there in 2025. No, excuse me, 2021, I'm sorry. 2021, there had to be at least over 25,000 homeless people out there. And at least over 6,000 of them I came across in Austin, just downtown, living, encamping everywhere. I mean, they were encamping in places that you're not even posted. I mean, they had tarps and tents under the freeway. They had tarps and tents on top of the main sidewalk. They had tarps and tents damn near, almost near the Capitol. Okay? They had them by Walmarts. They had them everywhere, near apartments, outside their bus stations. Okay? So when I say the mayor didn't want to infringe on that, it took the governor, Greg Abbott, to say, hey, we got to outlaw this. They can't do this shit. Now, let me explain why he said that. He didn't do that because Greg Abbott's an asshole. He's not. He did that because the whole world is depopulated. He had to do that, okay? All your powerful speakers, all your politicians are Masons. You know this. Don't fucking lie and say they're not. So everybody that has a voice is a Mason. And people like me that don't have, that we use our voice, aren't. We're considered the enemy. You're targeting me to kill me, to shut me up. You had me poisoned in Tarrant County on November 17, 2021 in cell block 14B because I was moved from cell block 2B to 14B, away from the cameras, down near the people that were next to me that already knew who I was in cells, that were looking directly in my cell, isolated. I had a guy looking across from me telling me to die. I had a guy next to me telling me to die. They were all black. They were all from Houston. Okay? Same people that y'all follow me in cars to tell me to die. Okay? Y'all wanted to watch my death. You had Masons coming in and out that were white, that would come in there and have a cell across from me to watch how I was being treated. They were getting special treatment. Some of them were they're bonding out. Okay? Your officers that were in there were saying I was dead. Your officers, sheriffs, said when they apprehended me on a phone call, we got them. Talking about me, and this was through booking, okay? So what I'm saying is every attempt on my life has been taken into consideration by y'all as in apprehending me, abducting me, and murdering me from keeping the truth out. Why? Because you don't want people to be terrified, but you've already killed half the world and got the other half extorted and the other half listening. So let me tell you like this, if there's any survivors, I'm really the one they're targeting. I'm not here to fuck around and lie. Again, I am homeless in another state, not by choice, by running. They caused me to blow out my engine, running from them, following me everywhere. Every job I had, they already knew I was there before I even could work 2 weeks into it. Okay? Everybody knows who the fuck I am when I'm being targeted by these elite. Okay? They are targeting me the same way they supposedly targeted Ed Snowden. And the reason I say supposedly is because Ed Snowden is a whistleblower that lives supposedly in Russia, but yet he doesn't explain anymore that this is seriously real. It is real, okay? It's been real. So, when you're homeless and you're a late bloomer and you go to find all the things that you normally see, you know, shelters and churches, and all that shit's changed. It's not the same. Even the fucking weather, right here where I'm at, they're using basically a global system on the weather. Yeah, it's all mechanical. They're putting chemtrails in the sky, chemicals in the sky to cause the wind to shift, the weather to drop. Okay, they're putting chemtrails to mark X's in the sky to tell me they're going to murder me. You understand me? They have helicopters that are run by the Federal Commission, the FCC, to fly over me and put lights on me like I'm a criminal. You understand me? Homeless guy with a fucking carriage. While y'all running around with your hand in your pocket and a cell phone out texting every block and every corner I go, you got librarians telling on me. You got hospital clerks waiting for me to die. You got all kinds of people looking for me to die. You understand me? That's why everywhere I go, it's been said he's dead. Okay? Y'all don't want the truth out. Whether I live or die, the truth is going to be bared. Because what was done to me was totally fucking wrong. I had no awareness of what the fuck was going on. And just because I roamed around and walked into I should have never had a search party of different elite looking at me like I'm a whistleblower snooping around. I'm homeless. Homeless people snoop around. But thanks to y'all now, I don't want to be any other situation. I don't want to be employed because I know you'll be there. I don't want to be housed because I know the people that touch that maintain that house, like the maintenance, will sabotage it so something happens. You understand that? And don't give me this how. No, nobody would do that. Oh, they would. How you think you killed Whitney Houston? Yeah? Oh, and all the junkie and drug addicts that you got out here? How you think you kill people with drugs? You use fentanyl and say, oh, they OD'd. I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't socialize, and I don't live anywhere. So you have to look for me. Because I don't look for y'all. Imagine me going by every lodge with a shopping basket to take pictures and find who's stalking me when it's everybody that's involved. So, you could go around and brag about me being dead, but ask yourself this. Do you think what the fuck you did is right? You fucking conned every fucking buddy and killed the rest. And that's exactly why you coming after me. Because you terrorized the fuck out of me, poisoned me and left me to die in a cell, switched me from a cell, had guards watching to see if I died, then walked off as they were doing counts. You understand that? But you won't let my lawyer legally justify the assault you had situated on me in Greyhound in Dallas. So you look guilty. Because with those pictures I got, they're going to prove everything that I had nothing. There's no fucking way I could be in a station and get my head beat the fuck up and a fucking guy, a baggage handler, make those kind of fucking faces and everybody from the guards to everybody act like they don't know nothing. I got a ticket that says I was there and y'all literally staged that whole event so I missed that bus. So I wouldn't go to Oklahoma. Okay? You had the police in Dallas come up to a fucking place and steal my wallet and drive off. How do I know they stole it? I left it out in a place that only they were at. No homeless walked through there. No homeless walked through there. So, I'm tired of being targeted. Maybe y'all need to start talking with your people since you got a black and a white checkerboard. Let's see what the white side does, because the black side is evil as fuck, obviously. All you want to do is kill me and have everybody lie. butt lip and throw it away, huh? How you gonna lie on history? Everybody is dead and the other half is lying. And I don't fit any side because I'm not gonna lie, because I'm on the street suffering from y'all and these fucking helicopters that you fly over me. Here's another one. Here's another one. That little bitch ass fucker right there. You see that motherfucker right there? See that bitch right there? That motherfucker is a snoop, just like the red, white, and blue one. Okay? You send them to target me, the pilots. In Dallas, y'all had the Southwestern airline planes hover over me. I'm tired of being targeted, selected, and fucked with. I spent 25 years of my life in Houston, Texas. Look, you see what I'm talking about? Do you see how he's circling? I'm glad that I made this video to prove to you what the fuck is the problem with the people you have and that you give power to. They're sick and control freaks. They're circling a fucking park that nobody's in, y'all. Now you can see it for yourself. Just watch. Because your ass is about to see this video. Because it's going to get uploaded. Then you can watch how I type in helicopter, hashtag FCC, hashtag every fucking thing else. And how all you do is do U-turns in the sky. Because you want to show a convoy of cars that all are trained to kill people. As nobody's really working. So if I walk right now into a store, you know what they're going to say? Oh, he's dead. That's what they're going to say. Oh, he's dead. You understand that? Freemasons, elite.